we can develop a Taylor or Maclaurin series from a differential equation. So suppose you're given this differential equation with this boundary conditions or initial condition. And you're asked to find the first three non-zero terms of the Maclaurin polynomial expansion for y. So what we need to do here is let's first of all start by writing down the formula, the Maclaurin series expansion that is available in our formula booklet. Right? You don't have to memorize this. It's in your formula booklet. So the Maclaurin series expansion is given below. F of x is equal to f0 plus x f dash 0 plus x squared over 2 factorial we may have to go to up to the, okay, so I'll just write this one here. I'm not sure about that, but maybe we might need it. Okay, so what we have to do now is to find this guys here, right? We need to find that, but fortunately for us, this is already given. We have that, all right? So all that we need to find now is this, that, and that, which means we have to find the derivatives of this differential equation and then plug in these boundary conditions to find the values of those coefficients. All right, so step one will be find the coefficients. So the first one is already given. So f0 is equal to 1. No problem. That's already done. Now, to find f dash 0, what I'm going to do is to plug the initial conditions into the differential equation. So in place of x, I'll have 0 minus 4. In place of y, I have 0. And in place of x, I have 0. In place of y, I have 1. All right? And this will be equal to 0. So that's already done. Then we go to, we need to find the second derivative. All right? So we need to find the second derivative, which means we differentiate the first derivative, which is here. This is the first derivative. So x minus 4xy which will be equal to 1 minus, but here we may have to use the product rule. So 4x d over dx of y plus y d over dx of 4x. All right, so this is product rule. This here is product rule. So if you simplify that further, this will give you 1 minus, let me just include that bracket again. So that will be 4x dy over dx plus 4y. All right. If we simplify this, this will be 1 minus 4x dy over dx minus 4y. All right. So that is the first derivative, the value of the first derivative. Now, the value of this is the value of the second derivative. So the value of the second derivative at 0, just plug in the boundary conditions. So that will be 1 minus 4, x is 0. The value of the first derivative at 0, at x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1 was 0 as well. Okay, minus 4 multiplied by y is 1, and that will be equal to negative 3. All right, so remember, we have these coefficients. We have this, which is equals to that. Now, and we have the first one, which is given in the question. All right, so that's already done. And then we have that one, which is equal to that. So let's carry on. We need to find the third derivative. So the third derivative will be given by d over dx of the second derivative, which is this one here. So that will be 1 minus 4x dy over dx minus 4y. Okay? So the third derivative will be given by that, and we can go ahead and calculate this. So this will be equal to 0 minus, I'll have to use product rule there. So that will be 4x d over dx of dy over dx plus dy over dx of dy over dx of d over dx of 4x. All right. And then I have that bracket just to close it. Minus 4 dy over dx, because if you differentiate, minus 4y will just be minus 4 dy over dx. Okay, let's carry on. So if you simplify this, you'll end up with negative. I just need to simplify this bracket. So that will be 4x d2y over dx2 plus 4 dy over dx minus 4 dy over dx, which will be equal to minus 4x d2y over dx minus 4 dy over dx minus 4 dy over dx. All right, so this will give us negative 4x d2y that over dx2. And then you can collect the like terms, 8 dy over dx. All right, so this is third derivative. All right, I can just write it as third derivative this way. So that's the third derivative. Should be clearer than this. So the value of the third derivative at x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1 will be equal to negative 4, x is 0. The value of the second derivative was negative 3 minus 8. The value of the first derivative was 0. So this will just give us 0. So the value of the third derivative is 0. All right, let's move to the fourth derivative. So the fourth derivative be the derivative of the third derivative now this will be equal to so we can just differentiate term by term. So that will be, and we'll have to apply product rule in the first one. So that will be negative 4x d over dx of d2y over dx2 plus d2y over dx2 into negative 4x. This is product rule. Minus 8 d2y over dx2. Now remember, this one here is just product rule. So what we shall end up with is negative 4x d3y over dx3 minus minus 4 d2y over dx2 minus 8 d2y over dx2. Now you have to be careful with this, guys, because you are dealing with different variables and different order of derivatives. So what you will end up with here is negative 4x d3y over dx3 minus 12 d2y over dx2. All right, so this is the fourth derivative. Now the fourth derivative at x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1 will be negative 4. X is 0, third derivative was 0, minus 12, second derivative was negative 3. So that gives you 36. All right, so the fourth derivative at x is equals to 0. And now the next step that you're going to do, that was step 1. So step 1, so step 2, we are going to substitute the coefficients into the expansion. Substitute the coefficients into the expansion. So what we'll end up with is f of x will be equal to 1 plus x 0 plus x squared over 2 factorial negative 3 plus x cubed over 3 factorial 0 plus x. So you just use those derivatives to just plug in the derivatives at x equals to 0 and y is equals to 1 to get those. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using these guys here, all right, to find those coefficients, and I have them here. I've already highlighted them, so I'm just not going back and forth to write them down. So I have that. Now I can simplify this. This will be equal to 1 minus 3 over 2 x squared plus 36 over 24 x cubed plus whatever comes next. So this will be 1 minus 3 over 2 x squared. You can simplify the fraction plus 3 over 2 x to the power 4 plus or minus whatever comes next.